Hey guys, and welcome back. This is Chosen Arctic, and today we're going to be taking off just a little bit. So I hope you guys enjoyed the ride, and hope you're ready. So starting off today, I am utilizing that concrete that we just made last episode, and I am going to be filling in these bridge sections. So I'm kind of lining things up, getting putting this building tool to good use. And yeah, then I'm gonna drop this down with some gray, and then I'm gonna use some dark. I have some really dark gray. This is light gray. I have some really dark gray that we're gonna be placing down as well, and then I'll figure out if I'm gonna pattern it or not. Like when I do builds and stuff like this, I'm kind of just like going off of off the cuff, right? It's just off of memory and just like stuff I've built in the past, maybe, you know, and kind of just being creative with it. So if there ends up being patterns somewhere, that's probably because I was like, hey, this would look cool. I have like some weird ways of building. Like I wish I had like a exclusive building technique, but I definitely don't. So let's take a look. I think I still have some more light gray. It was actually being made as I was building with it. It takes no time at all. It's so fast. But today we're going to be working with some bone meal. That's some stuff that I mentioned, right? I did mention that we were going to be using bone meal, right? So I need to set up a system that's going to allow us to basically inject bone meal into these pedestals. And so we have 4 of them as of right now, but we definitely need to send bone meal to them. And I think the best way to do that is probably going to be an ender chest. That ender chests are so amazing. But basically we're going to have a bone meal ender chest. So anything that's going to need bone meal in the future will have one. And hopefully we have the ability to make enough bone meal. I think we will. Our mom farm should be pretty quick at that. And there's also several ways we can convert things to get bones, right? We are producing these wither bones. I believe, not the wither bone, the narcotic bone. These can be converted into regular bones, and so on and so forth. Wither bones, I don't know exactly if they have that use. It doesn't look like they have the ability to be turned. I mean, they have the ability to be used as regular bone. But no, they're definitely not. They're definitely exclusive to Ice and Fire stuff. So yeah, we'll be using the narcotic bone along with regular bone, and then also the regular sieve bone meal that we get as well. All of that should hopefully be enough bone to keep up with these systems and keep them running. This, by the way, I don't know if I'm going to keep a full regular crop like this. I think we're going to be splitting up our crops and getting some different things in this one. This is going to be like our regular crop farm, whereas this is inferium, and then we have the dyes, right? So eventually we're going to be expanding on this. I think we're going to have multiple sections, but for right now, this is getting the job done. And we may even end up where we have way too much dye and we need to swap this to something else. So we're going to be working with bone meal today, and here I am working with more bone meal. So the design that I kind of went with is underneath this dirt down here is actually gray concrete. So I put out the gray concrete first, then I looked at it and I was like, this looks so bland. I want to do something else, and I really like the way it looks to add trees and stuff to your islands. Kind of makes it look less, I don't know, less fake, or I don't know, less skyblocky. And I kind of like raising things up so your like horizon line isn't actually just your blocks falling off. So everything's sort of raised up. I have the stairs to get up here. Plus this also gives us some areas to grow some more trees if we need to grow trees and things like that. It gives us a nice little area for it. And maybe put like some little huts or something here. I don't know. I got ideas, but sometimes I don't have the time to do all the ideas, right? But right now I'm working towards getting all this going. By the way, when you place down bone meal like this, like I'm doing, I usually like to break all of the tall variants. It's just, sometimes it's just too much on the tall end. Kind of overdoing it there. So like stuff like this, like I was talking about, I went ahead and made these. This is from Mr. Crayfish's furniture mod, and just these little touches I think help a lot. Now, there's a lot of stuff that I want to make and utilize. There's a lot of furniture mods in here, and even concrete, right? For example, we made a bunch of concrete. There's tons of things that we can do with the concrete. Like we can make sinks and all kinds of stuff. Like this white picket fence gate. Like this stuff looks really cool. And I wonder how well I can incorporate it into this and make it almost look like a little park area. Like we're slowly expanding our base. Like, I'm not a big fan of course, this biome being a swamp biome, but and look, even notice the flowers changed, like because of the biome type. Oh yeah, and not to mention, I probably need to get some torches on here. Yeah, these guys, look at this. What? These guys barely take any damage. It's crazy. But yeah, I think I should get some, let's see, lanterns? Yeah, we have some lanterns. We could probably take some fence. I'm going to definitely need more fence. I don't know if I have, yeah, I got fence. Perfect. So yeah, take some oak fence and do a little something like this. Like, for example, I can place some lanterns here. That should hopefully light the area up, because I was noticing, like, over here, the way I set this up, of course, we're going to have things spawning. I know, you're like, where's my sword? It's in a bag, I think. Yeah, just even putting this on here. Look at that. That solves the whole problem and gives it a nice little aesthetic look. Oh boy, it's a creeper. All right, I'm out. So let's take a look at this. So far, our auto crafting for Supremium has gone through the roof, right? We now have 27 blocks of Supremium here. And I know you might be wondering, well, why don't you make the Supremium armor and get Creative Flight? Just hold off, because we might do that. I'm not saying I'm not going to do that. That would be a nice entry into Creative Flight before we get into some other things, because having that Creative Flight would be kind of nice. But I do want to speed things up, like, right? We still have a lot of Supremium, but we're going to need more. And we're going to need a lot more. Looking at the end game, I keep wanting to refer to this item right here, the Creative Essence. This stuff requires 10 Insanium blocks per Creative Essence, right? And then these creative items require multiple Creative Essences. So keep that in mind. I know there's only a couple of things this is used for, and eventually they will hopefully add back the Blueprints mod, which was in here but did get removed in the latest update, and it did require a single essence, so it was obtainable-ish. The only thing about the Creative Essence that I think is hard is the antimatter. Everything else feels rather easy to obtain, except for antimatter. The antimatter pellets are yeah, we went through it last time in All the Mod 6, and oh my god, that stuff is it's something else. Like, it is something else entirely, and I can't even yeah, anyways. So now that I have my wool, I can actually make my ender chests, and given that I have some chests, there we go. Apparently I've never made a chest before. All right, so all I gotta do is change out this, and it'll automatically color the chest. So we're gonna need 4 for each one, and then we're gonna need the extra chest for the input in our system. And then we're gonna set up our auto crafts for everything. So basically, I'll be setting up a system that is very similar to this, using these item pipes with unlimited upgrades. Actually, I think the other upgrades should work. It's only gonna go as fast as this allows it to go. And that also is dependent upon the enchants that are on your upgrades. Also, if you are having issues with your pedestals and putting upgrades on, it is now changed to where you have to put it in your offhand, your upgrade on your offhand to get it off. Hey, reading through the book, I did discover this. Let's get some glowstone. And we can actually right-click, block a glowstone on these. Maybe not like that. Maybe it has to be in the upgrade hand. I forgot this actually stores all of those items. Does it have to be in here? Oh yeah, look, we can put that on there and it actually turns into a light. I didn't actually know that. Okay, so I watched Mo Master's video on this this mod, his mod, I should say. And it's on the latest update. So it is a bit confusing, but I'm going to try my best to show you as well if this is the only way you're seeing it. To be able to get this out of here, this upgrade, you have to tell it with your offhand, and think of it as a storage drawer, how the storage drawers work, where if you punch, you'll get one item out. That's how this is going to work too, but you need to specify that, hey, I want an upgrade. So as you can see, I'm doing this, and I punch it, and I get my upgrade back. And then, of course, put it in my offhand to put the upgrade back on. So you have to have a base upgrade at least to be able to tell it what you're getting out. Same with the augments and pedestal upgrades right here. You're also going to need to have at least one of these in your hand to be able to tell it what you want back out of it. And I think you can hold down shift and do it as well to get an entire stack if you have multiples of these augments on it. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. Let's get these ready to go to be sped up with a bunch of bone meal. Wait, why is this not harvesting? Oh, I never turned it on. I never set the power up, did I? Oh no. I have to actually set this. So yeah, this was the other farm that I had built when I built that one last episode. So yeah, it just never got turned on. I have this one set up as another Inferium farm as well. It, however, doesn't have the same power that this one has with the growth accelerators. Of course, I can get more of these, the Inferium growth accelerators, but as of right now, I'm just kind of finding other ways to speed this crop up, and these are incredibly fast at doing so. So I'm absolutely loving these things. So this is making things so much better. Now, Creative Flight is going to help with things like this. I have to hover like this. Of course, I can drop down my throttle on this to make it a little bit easier. But still, the throttle is super slow for certain things. I mean, it does allow me to go ahead and place these chests on here, which is nice. Like, I'm not complaining too much. But on the higher tiers, I think the throttle is a little bit better. Hope you can see I accidentally placed the entire stack on there. Shift right click to place it on top. But yeah, I do like that you can change the throttle, because I don't remember that being a feature previously, or I just completely overlooked it, which I do from time to time. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. I can promise. I'm not a robot, as even though a lot of you probably think I am. So I went ahead and made a bunch of ultimate pipe upgrades. Now the funny thing is in this, these ultimates require, like, this would be crazy. All this netherite, this is required in this recipe, right? And I can only imagine if we didn't have access in a skyblock, there would have to be some crazy way that we would have to go about getting these upgrades, because that would be insane to farm this normally, because netherite is just not that prevalent. It is not like finding diamond. It is such a nuisance to have to find that stuff. But hey, if these pipe upgrades are nice, like, it's worth it. Like, how much these do? Yeah, 64 items per tick. Like, that's pretty fast. So, like, I mean, I guess it is worth it there. Like, these are basically going to pipe out as fast as possible. Like, 64 per tick is really fast. What am I even complaining about? So right here next to all of our other chests, we are going to route another ender chest automation similar to all the other stuff that we've been doing, except this is going to be bone meal and also going to have a crafting upgrade on this bad boy. Let's go ahead and get that placed in there. Perfect. And let's see, what are we going to need? Bone meal, but we need to look at how, like, what are the different ways that we can get bone meal, because there are quite a few. And I think we're going to go from bone, right? We're going to break bone down. That's going to be a nice little handy crafting recipe right there to get bone meal. And then we also need to set a recipe for this to get bone. I think that should be fine. Now, I don't want to use my ribs because these are used in reliquary. Dragon bone, can that convert into anything? It doesn't look like it. What all can make bone? Eventually, you might have some essence set up. Okay, so that seems, I think this is reasonable. Like, that's plenty reasonable. And these two recipes alone should get the job done. Now, we are going to need a crafting upgrade for this. Let's see, I probably want to set this, yeah, as a auto crafting recipe. And is this telling me, with the blue, things that I don't have? I definitely need a regular crafting table to be a thing that's made. I don't think I have that set up in here. Okay, so we have those set up. And now I can just craft this. Bam, and we have a crafting upgrade. Perfect. So I'm also going to put a stack upgrade on here and bone. All right, so once we run out of bone meal, then it will start its craft. I've put this in here with a stack upgrade and a crafting upgrade. Whenever we run out of bone, it will craft everything that is needed in order to make bone. And should throw that in here, and that should keep everything nice and flowing and running. It's actually going to be really nice, because this is going to really jumpstart our crops here. Like, if you haven't seen what this does, it almost like completely, it fully grows the plants every pass. It's quite insane, actually. And so if we can maintain that bone, then we should be good, hopefully. So yeah, this system is definitely running a little bit behind. If we take a look at bone meal, you can see the bone meal is pulling up there, but it's not crafting fast enough to keep this this running smoothly. So what I'm gonna need to do is, I think, throw some speed upgrades on the crafter that it's in, which is this guy right here. So if we max out the speed upgrades, we should, it should start going faster. I don't know if this needs to be a stack. Actually, it might be better if we do a stack upgrade on this. I don't know if that means it will craft a stack at a time. Can it accept a stack? No, it can't. Ooh, so speed is as fast as it can go. So that's interesting. So if we make 3 more of those, that way we can go ahead and just throw the max in there. That's unfortunately as fast as it's going to go. So this is consuming faster than it can actually produce, it looks like. Maybe not. That seems to be doing a good job. It just filled them all up. Okay, no, I take that back. This is actually working now. Throw the speed upgrades in there. Now it can craft definitely fast enough. Hey, whatever works, right? So Supremium, we now have 29. Remember earlier we had 27, I think. So we've already gone up that far in a short amount of time. That's just ridiculous. So I guess we can start working on some auto crafting recipes regarding mystical agriculture Supremium. So the thing is, what I want to do is, since I have this auto crafting up to Supremium in this method, right? I have the blocks going in, so the regular Supremium stays in here, allowing me to auto craft with it. I should be able to downcraft now from the Supremium blocks. So if we go to mystical agriculture, I should be able to take this Supremium and knock it down into regular Supremium essence. That will grant me a crafting recipe for Supremium. And then all I have to do is break that down even more. And, for example, take the Supremium, and that will break down into the Imperium, and so on and so forth. I just keep breaking it down until I have a crafting recipe for every essence type. And this is going to be good for setting up auto crafts for all of this other stuff that we're going to need. It's going to be pretty much a must. And so the thing is once we get down to Inferium Essence, we should be able to take any remainder and just break it down into Inferium, and it will automatically go back into the system if it is over that 256 amount that we have stored over here. So really, we've finished all of our crafts. So we now have auto crafting. So this is a pretty decent solution for those auto crafting recipes. However, if we want the Supremium armor, there's a lot of crafting that we have to do in order to get it. Now, I don't really want to set up the auto crafts specifically for the Supremium armor itself, but these things right here, I definitely want to get things set up for. So all of the ingots and all of the gemstones, I definitely want. So we can start all the way from the bottom. With this. I'm of course going to need a lot more patterns, but I'm going to go ahead and get most of those set up, and it shouldn't take very long at all. And I should have pretty much every autocraft ready to go, and that will allow us to probably make Supremium armor by the end of today's video. So in order for me to craft this, we should have everything we're going to need. I go to Mystical, and now I'm going to have to set up an autocraft for each one of these. We're going to need 8 of every type. That includes Supremium. So I'm going to need 8 Inferium ingots, which we already have 1. Now, I don't know. I should probably start from the top and go down. So I should start from Supremium and then make my way down. Because I think that it's going to start using my bottom section to make the top. So definitely want to get these going first. So we're going to need 8 of these. And then we're going to need 8 of the Supremium gemstones. Just like that. And then, like I said, I need to craft my way down. So I will start with the Imperium. And, you know, so on and so forth. Until I have everything. Now, this armor doesn't give you direct flight, I don't believe, like right from the start anymore. like it used to. I believe this whole set used to give you creative flight. I think now you need a flight augment, and I think you apply that augment via the tinkering table. So I'm going to go ahead and make a tinkering table just to get ready, because I think this is how you put it on. I've not really messed with the new versions of Mystical Agriculture. But I do know that getting this armor is not going to be too bad. We just need a diamond set of armor for each individual piece. And then we just simply upgrade from there. I'm going to do every single armor piece step by step in order to get there. So, for example, this, we'll go ahead and craft that. And I'm going to do each armor piece just like this, because they're all the same. Same goes for this. We'll just upgrade through the ranks. And we will definitely reach Supremium, like, in no time. Not gonna lie, honestly, Terrium, my favorite color. I absolutely love the orange armor, and I really like the blue armor as well. I mean, come on. I know the Supremium is nice and all, but come on now. You can't lie. That's some pretty dope looking armor. Alright, so Supremium, here we are. And we've made it. So, what happens when we put Supremium armor on? Do we get creative flight? No. Okay. So that is the thing that used to happen. It was a thing of set bonus for having it. I mean, it's armor. I wish it actually had the horns and stuff sticking out of the actual model. That would look kind of sick. But we actually have to, I believe, tinker a little bit in order to get this. So right here, if I take my armor pieces off, I don't know if we're going to need a flight upgrade for every piece. I don't know. Maybe it's only the chest piece. Yeah, it's the chest piece that receives a flight augment. So the flight augment is going to require a special crafting recipe that's going to have some Supremium, some nether stars, and this bad boy, which is honestly nothing super crazy in itself. So 4 of those, and we can go ahead and make this augment. Now, I am going to need to kill some withers, but withers are not very difficult to kill anymore. So let's grab some soul sand, and let's head to the wither killing station. By the way, if you haven't seen this already, it's kind of ridiculous. We'll go ahead. The hardest part is, I guess, waiting for the wither. I think that's the hardest part, is honestly waiting for the wither to just kind of explode. But hey, it only takes like 2 hits, I think, to kill him. It's so quick. 3 hits. 3 shots. This bad boy's down. Now, we will set up automation for this 100%. We have enough resources coming in that we should be able to automate the wither. And I'm thinking about automating it, not in this method. Their wither builder does exist. So using the wither builder, maybe a setup similar to this, or we can just go with the box. And what we'll do is we'll just have a box that's set up. These Endermen are getting in my way. By the way, Endermen absolutely hate this guy. They do not like him. So yeah, the wither builder should be able to build it. I think it can also get stuck in here, but if we have a box, we can just spawn as many withers as we possibly can fit in that box. We don't have to worry about maybe one escaping or anything like that. And then what do we do when we have 50 withers in here just lingering about? That would be a mistake. So I think building a box still would be a good option. Plus we can get some glass, maybe even put it in our regular base. Who knows? So here we go. We're pretty much ready to set this thing up. So Mystical Agriculture. I went ahead and made 2 extra because the Wither Builder is going to require a nether star, I believe, or 2 nether stars. But I am going to need my Prosperity Ingots, which I thought I had made. Oh no, that was required for the other setup. Okay, so flight. This bad boy right here. Nether star, Supremium, and this goes right in the center of the crafting table, and we already have it set to automate. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So this is making our flight module, and we're gonna get some creative flight. How nice is that? Like, oh, beautiful. And it should be inside the hopper, and there we go. The Supreme armor. Yes. Okay, and to put this on, we do need to use our little tinkering table over here, I believe. And this goes on the chest piece, so we put our chest piece in here, and that opens that slot. And then when we take that out, we now have the flight module inside of our chest piece, and we can now creatively fly. Oh boy. That is nice. Very nice. And honestly, I love flight on Skyblocks. It's going to definitely open up a world of building opportunities. 100%. Not going to put this away too quickly, because this armor is still incredibly powerful. Let's not forget about that. This armor is nice and all, but this armor is also very nice and has some crazy resistances, so that this armor does not have as of right now. But as you can see, we do not take fall damage, so fall damage is negated with this armor set, keeping that flight is on here. But these pieces should be able to be upgraded in their own right. They can also have enchants, which make this armor really powerful in itself. The enchants alone, if you get protection on these things, not much is going to be causing you any harm. Let's just put it that way. Similar to how if you put enchants like protection on this, you're probably not going to run into too many bad guys. So keep in mind that this armor can get, it has the potential to get very powerful. Let me just put this lightly. You can get incredibly powerful. The health boost 5 alone gives you a significant amount of health health boost. Strength allows you, if you put it on a sword, will give you a nice little strength boost. Like I said, the flight is powerful in itself. There's mining AoE stuff for pickaxes. Like, every piece of armor and tool can be upgraded with this. Our leggings can get speed on them. It'll say on here, let's see, armor, mining fatigue resistance, stuff like that. Absorption, like wither resistance augment on our armor. And it can go anywhere in any slot, I believe. And I think some of these can have multiple augments on them. Poison resistant augment, absorption, like all of these different things. No fall damage, which of course we already have, but like having speed on yourself is pretty nice. Think of it similar to the draconic armor. Like it's very similar in that right of being able to or having the ability to be upgraded, which is super nice. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I did spend a little bit of time setting up a little something special here. I think this is going to be a great place for this. So I have these signs, these RF tools displays here with a screen controller on the tree. Of course, I got to get these trees to grow a little bit taller, which is a little trick to doing that. But anyways, these are going to be the Patreons of the Day sign. I'm super excited for this. This is kind of cool. I have 2 separate sections that I can fill out. And all I have to do is place in the name. And today's Patreon of the Day is going to go to Daddy Doc. Thank you so much for your amazing support. Oh, this is so cool. And I can even center these. Let's go ahead and set this to center. Yes, that looks so cool. So this is going to be the way that I'm going to be doing the Patreon stuff from this point on. Don't feel sad if you're on these signs. These signs are still going to stay here. But for right now, this is from this point on, this is where I'm going to be putting them. So pretty cool. I'm kind of excited about this. Anyways, guys, there's also some other stuff to be excited about. We're going to have some very interesting things in the future that is going to be involving Patrons and things like that. So please keep up with the Patreon. If you guys haven't already checked out my Patreon, you can, of course, find it linked down in the description below. Yeah, there's going to be some interesting things I'm going to be posting over there. So I really hope you guys keep up to date with that. And also over on Discord as well. I do post a lot of stuff over on Discord, and I do like to hang out with you guys. So if you would, be sure to check that out. Everything is linked down in the description below. And guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. It was exhilarating, or what would you call it? It was flightful. I need to stop. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. And as always, thanks for watching.